That's Manchester United against Everton. And United are on this crazy kind of 5-match unbeaten run, aren't they? Do you feel that that's it now? They've finally turned a corner, or could it reverse and unravel anytime soon?
It's great to see. He's clearly adapted, and I love that about him. I love his interviews. And yeah, he's able to change the style, the way of playing, and he has. And he's found a way, and he's stuck by his belief, but he went a bit more direct. And obviously, new goalkeeper coming in. I think the stats back it up that they're going a lot more direct than they did last year with Onana. And they are taking less risk at the back, so it's working for them at the moment. But we'll also know the next 3-4 games in 2 weeks' time, it can change any second. So they're nowhere near out of it fully, but the signs are definitely improving. Yeah,
you mentioned Lamins there. You know, he's made a very positive start. Another player that's just come in and hit the ground running. Did that surprise you with him?
Yeah, because I was one of the ones who would have gone for a little bit more experience, because the way the club was going, there was a lot of pressure at that club. So fair play to Lamins to come on and steady the ship a bit, to be honest. At that young age, it's not easy to play at Old Trafford and being that commanded figure, like we just spoke about Roofs, the two young goalkeepers. So, but they're playing with freedom. You could see that they're not thinking about stuff off the pitch. They're very talented. They're making a difference, and the spine is so important. And you could see that at United. They've got some great players in that spine, and yeah, they're turning a corner. So again, another big game for them on Monday night.
Yeah, how important is it, because we touched a bit about it, in terms of the goalkeeper role, to sort of marshal everyone and to actually have that kind of physical but verbal presence as well?
It's taking the pressure off your defence, and you could see that. When he's commanding the box like that, coming for crosses, you can see the confidence grows throughout the team and in the stadium, because Old Trafford is 76,000, and if they're starting putting the pressure on their own team, because they do, you can see that filtering through the team. And when that confidence starts going, it's a hard place to play. And at the moment, they're thriving of it, and it seems to be that Old Trafford's becoming a bit more of a fortress again.
And the fact that AMORIM got that kind of very public backing, do you think that just helped not only him, but the players around him to think, hang on a minute, he's just been backed heavily, you know, and that gave them a little bit of a new verve?
Yeah, I think you need that kind of certainty of your manager being backed by the ownership. And I'm always a bit conscious when managers get backed, because we've seen with Wolves not so long ago. So ultimately it's results, and we know that. And I think AMORIM knew that he needed to start winning very quickly, because the pressure is high for a club like Manchester United. So I'm pleased they've turned it around, and because I do like him, he gives that kind of fresh wave of interviews. He's very honest, and I like to see that.
And their opponents obviously will be Everton, and that comes in the form of Jack Grealish as well. How good is it to see him enjoying his football again? Yeah, he had a great start to the season, and a very talented player, the first 100 million plus pound player. So pressure. To see him firing is great. He's Everton as a whole is going the right direction. New stadium. I think David Moyes is one of the major reasons why that club is heading that direction. Clever signings. I think people like Drewsbury Hall, like mentioned before, it's gone under the radar. And yeah, Ndiaye is a top player. I like watching them. They've got this kind of spark, and it's one of those teams that it's going to be a great Monday Night Football, because it can go either way there. It certainly will. You've been great company as always.
Thank you. But I don't think home games are going to be the issue here. And we spoke about it before, where Champions League nights are easier to get yourself motivated for. It's those kind of Thursday, Sunday games where it's a lot harder. I've been part of it, where you play quarter-final Europa League on a Thursday night, or Champions League, or quarter-final in the Carabao Cup. To then go again 3 days later away from home, it takes a mental toughness, and that sets the elite teams at the moment apart, where you see at Newcastle they are struggling a little bit to deal with firing on all 4 competitions.
In terms of Eddie Howe, you know, Jamie Carragher was speaking about him a lot after the Brentford game. Do you think he's done as much as he can, or can he take them further? Where do you stand on that debate?
He's one of the best managers the club has ever seen. I think he single-handedly has transformed the expectations of the city. The club is on and up. I think it's amazing. Lots of changes behind the scenes. And I feel if you see his interviews, how he deals with all the stress, he's the steady of it all, and he's the leader. And is there a bit of pressure? But that just shows you how far the club has come, because the expectations now are people expecting Newcastle to be top half in the Premier League, fighting for Champions League spots. Has he taken them as far as he could? I think there's still steps to go, and I mean, he's more hungry than ever to prove people wrong, and I think that starts Saturday.
What about UNBEATEN? Do you think he might be a bit of a spark this season?
Yeah, well, this is it. This is like when you're paying 50 million for a player to. I don't think they expected Walter to having to play that much already early on. I think Wissa was one of those players who has been proven in the Premier League, who is probably as close as Isak as you're going to get with running in behind. And so I think they're desperate for him to get fit, so to give that kind of plan B and that different way of playing that we all know of Newcastle. Players like Elanga haven't really hit the form that they have shown over the last years. So there's an exciting squad at the moment. So I've still got high hopes that they will turn it around.
Long-range goals on the Premier League show yesterday with the former striker Clinton Morrison. Let's continue that theme today and get the goalkeeper's perspective then. And Dave is here as well.
Not a goalkeeper.
No, but very good with both your feet, apparently. Right, are we seeing more spectacular goals?
Yeah, I mean, I labelled it as bangers yesterday.
Yeah, well, that's a good description.
My definition would be goals from outside the box. So. Okay. We've seen 45 goals from outside the box this season, which is actually a 15% share of the total goals scored. So you can see from around the season 2021, so we've got the last 5 years here, just under 12% of all goals came from outside the box. There was a bit of a high there, 21-22 and 22-23, where we're up around 13%. But you can see actually it dipped off, and then we're on a bit of a rise at the moment.
Manchester United prepare for another crucial Premier League showdown as they welcome Everton to Old Trafford this weekend, aiming to extend their impressive 5-game unbeaten run under Ruben Amorim. The Red Devils have shown clear signs of evolution in recent weeks, with improved organization, better ball circulation, and a stronger defensive structure. Fans are beginning to sense a renewed identity on the pitch, and the upcoming fixture offers a chance for United to continue building momentum as they push toward the top 4 conversation.